Hello and welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to go over mainly performance sales metrics of my account, and it's going to reflect last year, the quarters of this year, last month, and so far this month, and we're going to be able to see a growth, and that growth is 80% primarily because I switched to selling media. Media, where I live, I'm very fortunate. Some other viewers may not be quite fortunate on where or the quantity of thrift stores that are available to them. I have within 30 minutes anywhere from a 10-minute drive to 15 to 25 to 30, at least at most 15 thrift stores. If I go to an hour range, that's easily doubled. And for where I'm at in Mentor, I go all the way, and if you're familiar, or you can map it up yourself, I go all the way to Elyria or Lorraine. I go all the way to Ashtabula County, Ashtabula City. And I have gone an hour and a half towards Salem. I have gone an hour and a half to Youngstown, Boardman, Canfield. I do go to the Cuyahoga Falls region and the Akron-Talmadge region. I go to different routes in south of Cleveland, Garfield Heights, Mayfield, University, Cedar, Beechwood, Randall. So there's all kinds of stores in each of these little sections. And Parma even, I'll go out there quite frequently. There's a lot of thrift stores in those, in that a breadth of what's available for me to go to, and I can go to them all the time. I drive a Ford Fiesta. I get 35 miles a gallon. So I go out and about all the time. So we're going to start off with looking at last year's sales and just the total gross, and we can go by what they collected. And my 26.8, now I do free shipping. Unless it's an auction, I do free shipping. I'm able to see what a item is selling for and look at what people are charging and price mine accordingly. And I do best offers, and I send offers, and I allow counter offers. I do everything I can to appease somebody to where the more little clicks in a box. Free shipping, yes. This seller offers, yes. Any of those little clicks to entice somebody to take, and I also always run a 5% off coupon. So in different sales videos, you can see that. But last year, I had 2,100 sales, and had a rough net of 48, and that's of course minus the shipping fees and international fees and all that. What other sellers are privy to this. So my net from this, from my gross to my net, isn't too bad. And of course, there's refunds and stuff that are added in there. I don't do a lot of auctions, a couple maybe. But we're going to scroll down here and we're going to look at my top 5. Even last year, my top 5 were going in movies, and books. Right? So my average book sale, and I sold 300 and over 320 books last year for an average almost $37. I don't deal often in the large bulky books. If they're going to be $50, $40, they can sell fast. I make my own executive decision on why I want to buy them or not. Chances are the bulkier books are going to be Bibles, are going to be bigger coffee table books, some art. Some of them of art, I'm not going to go into all the different variations of coffee table books, but I don't deal a lot in them. If I can fit it in a 6x10 bubble envelope, those are the books I go for, or even smaller, or paperbacks. The Paperbacks from Hell is a good series. I still have some of those left over, and I picked a bunch of those. Not last year. This is all last year's stuff. And movies, $21 for a VHS tape, right? So I sold 80. VHSs last year. Now I can scroll down here. It's going to take more time. We're going to do this. Antique collector books, 12 of those books for almost $70. You know, that's not doing too bad. But we could see here, this is going to take a huge difference in the following tabs up here for the CDs. So CDs, I sold 17 CDs, average of $40. Now, one of those CDs was at the end of the year, and that was a Taylor Swift sealed big machine. I forget what the title was. It was a CD, DVD, Walmart exclusive with the 3 hype stickers, and I got like $230 for that. And I paid $2 at Savers. So you can see, and they can see in other of these other categories, I don't sell in a whole lot of if they come at the right, or they're at the right price and they have a good sale value. Yeah, I'll go for it for sure. Video games, I don't do like the typical console video games. Most of these are going to be computer games, older games, big box, whatever it may be. I have sold. I got a GameCube Zelda, the Princess at Midnight, whatever it was, and that was sealed, and that 290. I want to say it was at the beginning of last year, so right now we're almost 2 years past, and I'm not remembering it, but we can see that these numbers here, and we can go across. We can see that this is from the beginning of the year, the first quarter, first 91 days. 18. So if we take the 18 in between the quarters, 4 quarters, I am already for an 1872. So already in the first quarter, I can extrapolate that I would match what I did last year. So that's doing fairly well. If you can emulate what you did the year prior, you're doing okay. Selling less is not good, but you have to keep doing this. Now, in that time frame was 90 days was 590 items, so that's a pretty decent amount. And the total items sold, the average price was almost $32, down a little. I'm not going to go into all those metrics, but we can go in here in books. The books stayed roughly the same price of what they were last year, roughly the same price. But now I have DVDs and DVDs and Blu-rays. Sold a chunk, 150 something at $22 average. CDs. Now CDs are my third highest sale comparing to last year, which it'll actually show I'm up by a big margin. And this is just for the first 91 days of 2024. And CDs, keep saying that. I know everybody is saying, yeah, CDs. CDs, where'd they go? They're somewhere down here. Maybe not. Music, CDs. Right? 17. So doubled. The CD sales in the first 90 days. Movies, VHS tapes, $28.69, 21. And I can break down here. I can go more in regards to other things that sold. I can go over here. Over these next 90 days, maybe I put those up. I did. Oh, April 1st to June. So I'm up 3,000. A little more than 3,000. 200 more sales. So if I can go up if I can add $1,000 a month average to my sales, if we do that over 12 months, it's 12,000. 12,000 to that is 84,000. So that is a big jump for just selling media, primarily disc media. And the reason why I picked disc media, because there's the eBay app, you scan the barcode. If it comes up within whatever your buying range is, or whatever your criterion is to buy for sale, that's up to you. Yeah, I sold $8, $9 DVDs. I try not to. But for the most part, it's going to be $12 because if somebody comes in with a low ball best offer, it's still going to be $10, give or take some small change. I'm still making something feasible for my time on it. Go up here from July to September. So we 874 sold in that time frame, which is 80 more. So we'll just say that that was 90. So that's 30 more a month than what it was prior. 21,500. Now we're at 3,000 more again. So in the span of 6 months, it's $6,000 more than what it was before. If I do this, 24,400. If we extrapolate that math to a totality of 365 days, or however you want to do it, is pretty much 100,000. Now this goes up because, well, we know, in July the shipping goes up, and I went ahead and did the international visibility priority, so it's $1 or $2 a day that I'm being charged for more international visibility. So that definitely adds up, but that's still within reason. Anything, to me, when I sold more expensive things, anything that was within that 25% range was good. For this and a few other media sellers that do pay attention to metrics, on the media sellers on YouTube that pay attention to metrics, anything within 35. If you're getting much higher than that, you're really chunking in. Now, if you do sell a whole lot, that number is not, well, it's still going to matter. But it's not going to matter if it goes up to 40 if you're selling $40,000 worth in 90 days, whatever it may be. Now, this is last month. So this is all of November. 8,000 times 12 is 80, is 92,000. So we could see on how this is really picking up in regards to the amount. And so now we're at 33, but the 8,000 is a step up. Well, that was just for last month, right? So if we divide this by 3, 6,000. So that's 6,000 a month. This would be a little over 62 and a half. 62 and a half, and I'm 1,800 more. So it was 1,000 more a month. I'm 1,800 more a month. So it'll be 2,000 more a month. 2,000 more a month at 12 months is 24,000. You take that 24,000, you add that to that, it's 96,000. So each of these months, so if I can go up by roughly 20% each month or each quarter or whatever it may be, and you do that again, and you do that again, it's going to be, you'll learn that media is a way to go when it comes down to selling. I'm probably kicking myself right now for, well, I mean, there's a lot of media sellers out there, and we all want to do this. And the primary point, if you look at my first video, is to kind of pay it forward, because I learned, I've been selling for a long time, well over 20 years. This account is 13 years old, and I watched a couple media sellers, and I was like, wow, and they all just said, go out there. It's cheap. It's really inexpensive. It's easy to ship, easy to store. And this video is just to exclaim that getting into media, if you're a seller, getting into media is one of those easy, inexpensive ways to increase your sales and increase your monies for yourself. And if you have any of this at home, it's a good way how to just start flushing some of it out. The packaging materials are cheaper. It's easy to store, easy to organize. You're like 8-10 cents an envelope. It's the cheapest to ship. Most of it is shipped first class with insurance. So it's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win situation all the way around. And 69. Nice.